Hunting down Easter eggs is more fun with a friend, so don't do it by yourself. Yeah, I'm not stupid to that. Too easy. The film opens on Han's golden dice, which we first saw hanging up in the Millennium Falcon's cockpit in A New Hope. They became a symbol of his memory and possible gambling addiction for both Luke and Leia in The Last Jedi. Han passes some fellow hardworking orphans on planet Corellia who discuss how many portions they're earning that day. This is the same cruel barter system used at the scrapyard where Rey works in The Force Awakens. Why is it so awful for orphans in the Star Wars universe? It's like Annie with blasters out there. Soon, Han and his new pal Kira are exiting Corellia, making their escape through Coronet Spaceport, which was a key location in the Star Wars MMORPG, The Old Republic. Once inside the spaceport, check out the helmets being worn by the Imperial Guards. We've seen them before on board the Death Star. They're maybe a bit too pointy to be practical, but intimidating. Also on the soundtrack, they play a snippet of John Williams' Imperial March in here, first heard back in The Empire Strikes Back. You know the one I'm talking about. We can't play it here or we'll get sued. Kira mentions her concern that once they leave Corellia, they could be kidnapped by the HUTT cartel. This is one of several shoutouts to JABBA and his criminal enterprise during the film. Most notably, Han's new pal Beckett talks about going to Tatooine to smuggle for the Hutts, an idea Han borrows at the end of the film. We don't get to see JABBA, at least until George Lucas buys back Lucasfilms, recuts these, and re-releases them with new special effects as special editions. But first, Han joins the Empire. Really? Beckett, impersonating his captain, has Han thrown into a pit and fed to the beast. It turns out to be Chewbacca, but the whole scene has shades of the Rancor pit from Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. And don't worry because, spoiler alert, they wind up becoming friends. Whew. Also, Beckett provides Han with his iconic blaster, so it all works out in the end. Rio, an alien on Beckett's crew, recommends attending a MYNOCK roast as they prepare for their big score. These are those winged, rubbery, bat-like creatures with the suction cups that Han, Leia, and Chewie encountered inside that giant worm in the asteroid field in Empire Strikes Back. 'Member Empire Strikes Back? I remember. Soon enough, the heist is underway, and Beckett's team must contend not only with space pirates, always a concern, but Imperial probe droids. These are the same kind we saw scouting for the Rebel base on Hoth. These are the upgraded badass models, though. The Hoth ones get taken out pretty quick. Finally, Han meets his lifelong pal Lando Calrissian over a game of sabacc. As Lando, Donald Glover pronounces Han's name as Han instead of Han, the same way Billy D. Williams used to do it from the original trilogy. Han corrects him, but it doesn't stick. So he's been doing it intentionally to annoy his friend over all these years. What a guy. Around this same time, Lando asks Han, "You have any idea what it's like to live with a price on your head?" Of course, this will one day be Han's very dilemma as he's heavily indebted to Jabba the Hutt and on the run from bounty hunters when we meet him in A New Hope. Once the crew arrives on Kessel, Lando tells Han that he thinks mining colonies are the worst. Kind of ironic as when we meet him in Empire Strikes Back, he's managing the gas mining colony on Cloud City. He seems like he likes it okay. His capes are still jaunty. Maybe he just changed his mind. Talking to Beckett, Lando thanks him for taking out a bounty hunter named Aurra Singh. This is not just some random name. She had a small role in The Phantom Menace and was a regular on the TV series The Clone Wars. The crew needs to track down a valuable fuel known as coaxium, and Kira mentions they could potentially find some on SCARIF. This was the beach planet from Rogue One that also serves as an Imperial base. Pretty dangerous to go there. I don't recommend it. Last time it didn't work out great. During their mission on Kessel, Han suggests that Lando is full of bantha crap. These are those large, hairy, horned, elephant-looking animals that we saw on Tatooine in A New Hope. They're the ones that have that blue milk that young Luke enjoyed because he's a disturbed individual who's fixated on milk from disgusting-looking animals. It's canon at this point. Once on board the Falcon, Beckett and Chewie play Dejarik, the 3D hologram chess game. Luke plays the same game against Chewie in A New Hope and is advised to let the Wookiee win lest he gets his arms pulled off. And wouldn't you know, elsewhere in Solo, we actually do see Chewbacca pull a guy's arms off. References! They're terrific. Okay, so the crew gets to Kessel to pull off their second big heist of the movie. Beckett hides his face behind a mask that should look familiar. It's the same one Lando wears when he's undercover at Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. The whole Kessel plan itself is actually pretty similar to Luke's plan when he's saving Han. Access the base as guards and prisoners before sneaking off to take care of your actual mission. One difference, Han says he has a good feeling about this. It's usually the other way around. It's not the only direct dialogue callback. Before they part ways, Lando tells Han, "I hate you," and he responds, "I know." This recalls his final exchange with Leia before being frozen in carbonite. Han's final showdown with Beckett is also steeped in Star Wars tradition. Han notably fires first before Beckett has a chance to shoot him, a loving nod to the controversy over Han shooting first at Greedo in A New Hope. We've almost made it to the end, I swear, but a lot of characters and actors from Star Wars past show their faces in Solo, and we just gotta shout them out. Don't want to be disrespectful. Most surprisingly, Qi'ra reveals she's been evil all along by taking a Skype call with a certain Darth Maul. Now, it looked like he died way back in the Phantom Menace days, which was set long before the action of Solo. But TV's Clone Wars revealed that he miraculously survived and spent 10 years in exile without his memories before returning to seek his revenge. In the movie, Maul is played by Sam Witwer, the same actor who provides Darth Maul's voice on Clone Wars. Also, if the Wookiee that Chewbacca rescued on Kessel, Tok, looked familiar, well, that's weird because he's in an elaborate costume that covers his face. But you'd be right if you guessed that he was played by Anthony Daniels, C-3PO in the other Star Wars films. At least one member of the Proto-Rebellion on Savareen should look familiar. Weasel was played by Warwick Davis, who memorably played Wicket the Ewok in Return of the Jedi. And the title character Willow from Ron Howard's 80s fantasy movie of the same name. But this was actually the second Star Wars film to feature this specific character. Weasel was also in the crowd for the big pod race in The Phantom Menace. That guy running the droid cage matches? You guessed it, actor Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother, who appears in most of his movies. Finally, we get a few shots of a GNK power droid participating in L337's Droid Rebellion. These droids, known as GONK because of the sound they emit, have been with the series since the very beginning, debuting all the way back in A New Hope. You guys remember when we did that Solo video and rounded up all those things you remembered from the early Star Wars films? That was awesome. Want to feel old? That was 5 years ago this week. Let us know your favorite Solo memories in the comments below.